request. There we go.
Hey,
All right.
and we're back.
I'm scared. I don't want a ticket drop no more.
Don't be
I
scared.
don't. Don't be scared. Okay. Very good. So in the beginning, for everybody who missed it, Coco did share with us the story behind the name of the little fat girl. She was sharing how she touched her precious stomach that was full with a child as well as food. And that's when the name was born, amongst other things, with her already having a pre-existing business and having her mother, you know, be a part of that for moving to Florida and wanting to be with the beach instead of her baby, Bacon. And so now here we are.
We are all caught up.
That's a nice recap right there.
There you go. See, the funny thing is, I kind of learned that skill from being in radio and doing like when you go through the drive-through and you go through all of what your order is, and then when they repeat it back to you, it'd be so easily condensed.
Right.
It's like, why didn't I just say it like you said it? So yeah.
You did that, sis.
It happens. Thank you. Okay, so present day, my question before we had got dropped the first time was, who's the baker between the two of you? Who's baking those beautiful cakes, doing all the fondant work? Come on, Coco.
The blessed hands.
It's definitely me. I am behind the art, the food art.
Okay.
However, Melvin does all the magic behind the scenes, so I don't want to take away from anything he does, because it's literally, we are the yin and the yang of,
yes.
It makes we make it work literally on a daily basis, because I think our backgrounds are just so different. So he is very.
Tell us your backgrounds. Are you all now? Is the little fat girl a bakery, a custom cake company, or you know, you all have your brownies too? So like, is this somewhere people can come and like get their things, pick it up? Do you all deliver? How what's the operations of it all?
So about the little fat girl, we are online bakery that's and custom cakes that taste more amazing than they look, and the best brownie you will ever have, and that is shipped nationally. So it started off where we have some wholesale accounts in New York and New Jersey. So we have the brownies on a few menus throughout the tri-state area, and now we ship directly to your doorstep.
Right?
Yes.
Right.
Freshly.
My mouth is watering. My feelings gonna hurt that I don't have these brownies, y'all. Because I promise you,
it's coming. It's coming.
I know it ain't you. I know it ain't y'all. And so the thing about it is, when my mailman does roll up, I'm snatching a package out of his hands. That's just on site. Like, give me my brownies. I know what you was trying to do.
Dip into it.
Yeah, he acting like he might have figured out what it was on the side of the road.
Right. It ain't nothing but a Google. It ain't nothing but Google, child, for them to read that return to sender and be like, the little fat girl, what they got in here? Yes, indeed. Oh my goodness. So you all are an online marketplace, well, e-commerce for baking. And I didn't know that, like with the cake. So do you all ship your custom cakes as well?
We don't.
Not at the moment.
Girl, let me tell you, I would love to be able to, we do travel, however, though. So I just, we are a traveling bakery. So if you were to have a party in Texas and you would need a custom cake, we would totally be available for this type of service. However, I think that what happened with us is that I don't trust the postal service. We already talking about how they late and all this stuff. So I was and I was trying to find a parking spot, because anybody that lives in New York knows and so I was in the car one day and I literally watched this UPS man name, I don't know his name, but he was kicking the boxes down the street, and I was really like, oh my God, like this could never be my situation. So we don't cut ship. However, we do within a certain miles, radius or whatever, and we are available for that service as far as traveling as well. But there's nothing going in the mail as far with cake at all.
Okay. And I mean, like, it's certain, we can respect that. Like, for me, I was going to be amazed if you said yes, right? Because I'm like, sis, how was you doing it? You know?
Some people ship some custom cakes, and it came
and went. As soon as it got in the box.
I don't think we're ready to trust that process yet.
No.
Okay, yeah.
They handle our product delicately, you know.
Yeah, for sure. Because I mean, even putting a fragile label on boxes don't mean nothing.
It don't mean nothing. And so, yeah, we ain't there yet. And so, eventually, I think I would love for us to be able to share with the world our cakes, because I think that our cake taste and our buttercream and something that the world definitely needs to, you know, get the we are still in the process of figuring out that system,
trying to figure out some logistics now.
Okay. Well, let us know any questions you guys have, you know, on the product creation side and packaging and all of that.
Yeah,
we here, because product, to me, product is everything. Like, I love having the operations and the manufacturing side of things, but like something you can sell in your sleep that you don't have to really put your hands to every day. You can do big production runs and stock it and ship it. That's key too.
Absolutely. And we have been working very hard to try and bring a new product to the scene, because I know people love our brownies, but we would love to, you know, when it works out, we would love to ship you a cake, but the cakes is, you know what I mean? So like, people our cakes and they're like, oh my God, like, you know, crap.
Very good. Ooh, wait, I cannot wait. I am excited. So we see Keto and my BFF. She said, thank you for showing everything you do. It's really helping me learn a few things. So Keto, because I see she also asked further down, are you doing any classes? So is this for Melvin and Coco of the Little Fat Girl, or are you talking to me?
Listen.
Okay, you're talking to me?
Okay? You're there with it, okay?
Yes.
We definitely I feel like I'm talking too much and I'm like overshadowed.
No,
okay.
Go ahead.
You, Coco. Week or 2 weeks ago, we literally just finished filming classes, and we're super excited about it. And we will be releasing a masterclass in the next month or so.
Next month or so, yeah.
And it's going to be the first class that we're going to release. First of all, it's called Fat Camp. So if you are a member of Fat Camp, you will be able to access on our website, or we're actually trying to figure the logistics out, but our cake decorating 101. So this is what and we just finished filming, and we're super excited about it and releasing it to the public. People out now, and
people have been asking us in the works.
Side
and editing side together right now.
Yes.
Oh wow! Congratulations! It seems like the people want the classes. Okay, people want the classes.
Yeah, so, all about the classes, you know.
Yes.
And not to mention, we've had a few friends and followers reach out to us who've been asking for a while. So like, we are super happy to release this, because it's literally been something I've been pushing to the side just because I didn't want to be on camera. But you know,
mind you, this is the first time we've been live. So
ever. So you got our debut.
Come through, debut. We was able to get y'all on camera. See, I like that. I like when we get to be the first ones to reveal y'all faces. Like,
I'll be first.
Here's the people.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that's awesome. So you're doing great. That's the beauty of it, because, and I always say this, so it's the connection. You all clearly have the audience and the community. So I don't like to call people followers. I mean, that's your tribe. These are the people that like vouch for you
fatties.
I like to call them little fatties.
They're little
If you love food, you are a little fatty, and you are welcome in this community.
Amen.
And we appreciate you.
This is a safe haven for anybody. Food,
absolutely.
Dessert. You don't even have to like dessert, but we talking about food regardless. So like, it doesn't even matter. You know what I mean? But you gonna find something you like.
And Lee Nicole said it, because I was gonna talk about this next. I was gonna tell you guys about how I love the culture of your company, of your brand. And she was saying who runs the social media page because it's lit. Like
that's
it.
That's it. And so literally going back to the whole yin and yang, like I'm hiding on a regular basis, and he's like, babe, you need to do this. You need to be out there for the public. So this is definitely him with the social media.
Yeah, it's a very collaborative effort.
It's a collaborative effort.
We know each other's strengths and weaknesses, and where she's strong, I'm a little weaker. Where she's a little weaker, I'm strong, and we come together and make it work.
Amen.
Yes, that is beautiful. And I feel like, I'm not going to even lie to you, like, I'm grateful that I too get to do business with my partner, because I feel like men have that different essence of like ownership and ethic and ability to like navigate certain things and see where they can like plug in and help. So instead of like that takeover spirit, like, baby, let me assist you.
Yes.
See a little struggle. And I want to help you not do that. Yeah, man, beautifully done. So how long has the Little Fat Girl been in existence? When did the company formally start?
So as Coco said, she had the bakery with her mom.
Okay.
Was that 15 years ago or something?
No, it was like, oh, girl. I mean, I don't know anymore. Time didn't escape me.
Early 2000s.
So yes, early 2000s. My mom and I had a bakery.
Okay.
I would say probably 2003 to about 2006-ish.
Mm-hmm.
I might be messing that up because I'm terrible with dates. My mom's in here. 2009. So 2000.
Yes.
I'm terrible with dates, like literally.
Okay.
But 2009, we were in Jersey. I was still living in Jersey. We are both in Harlem now. So
nice.
it was a whole process from, I was working part-time at a restaurant. It was a whole situation. Like, this transition is all God for me, because he has used every job that I've had to get to this point for us. And even our packaging, we are shrink wrapping and all of that. I had a job where I was shrink wrapping batteries. Like, literally, I'm just like
come on, skills. Training on the job.
So good. He is so good. Like, he literally will set you up for everything that you need. And so I had a job where I was working for a blood pressure, literally a blood pressure machine. I was refurbishing machines for a blood pressure company and to lower blood pressure. And I was shrink wrapping AA batteries.
Wow.
And that same process we use right now to shrink our brownies. And for me, that's how I knew we were walking in
purpose.
Amen.
Yep.
And so it was just like, it was seamless.
Yes.
And so, just to piggyback off what you had asked Melvin about, when we figured out this whole business situation during the pandemic, we were both home and idle and sitting on the couch, and the restaurants that we were wholesaling were closed.
Everything was shut down.
Not to mention, I was working part-time at a restaurant where they were still trying to figure out their situation, and once the pandemic hit, they wound up closing as well. So my side hustle and everything has shut down. So Melvin and I had we had a
meeting of the minds.
We had all the time.
It was a thing where the brownies were on menus in New York City, and the hit and everything shut down. So that's a huge stop to business completely. So
right.
We're sitting there and we're thinking, and I'm like, every time we go to events, we go to family functions, we go to a birthday party, people were saying like, hey, how you doing? But did you bring those brownies? Like it was becoming disrespectful at a point. like they didn't care how day was or anything. It was, where are those brownies?
Yes.
And I was just like, we have to give the people what they want. So we started figuring out how we could ship and get the brownie to your doorstep, because it was undeniable at that point.
Mm-hmm. Man, it's truly amazing how much, like, you're already doing something, but you don't know there's another part to it, you know, that other people can enjoy it as well. You're just looking at like what you see, but had the pandemic not happened to cause that shift, you all probably wouldn't have explored the e-commerce side, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's true.
Again, we live in New York, so like you get so caught up in the hustle and bustle of life that a lot of times it is a distraction. The hustle and bustle is a distraction from what you actually have, you know, your purpose. And I believe God has set up, and I know that there was so much loss and heartache throughout the pandemic, but I believe solely that I literally took to my best friend and I was like, did he do this for us? Like, you know, did he stop for me? You know what I mean? Because it was so purposeful. You know what I mean? It was just so purposeful. And so I literally, I don't take those months for granted at all. I know that it was totally a time where we were able to build and, you know, get the system in place. And we ready.
Yes. Y'all wasn't paused for nothing. Y'all was paused for a purpose.
Amen.
Like, that was paused for a purpose. Okay.
Yes.
Amen.
I received that too. It was such a standstill. He was working 2 jobs. I was just like so overwhelmed with work. We have again a 5-year-old, and she demands a lot of our attention. And so it was just like, you know, it was always this. It was always this.
Yes.
Finally, the world stopped and just slowed down a second, and I just was like, oh my God, like, thank you, just for a second. You know what I mean?
Yes. Man, that is beautiful. That is. So what does it look like on a day-to-day? Do you find that you, like, since being in business with your mom and having a bakery, which format, I'll say, do you feel like fits your life and the scalable plan that I'm sure you all have for the future? The e-commerce side and being able to wholesale and be, you know, available to restaurants and food service accounts and things like that? Or do you feel like the bakery would ever be an option that would fit your lifestyle right now and your future as instructors, as well as, you know, educators and a supplier?
We discuss it in a bakery.
That's why we keep looking at each other. We like looking at each other. We like, we don't want that. We don't want a bakery.
The bakery experience is off the table.
Yeah.
We did this. So I had a bakery with my mom. We had a flagship store. We actually had 2. We had a store, which was pretty much a destination for a lot of people. And then we were actually we had a kiosk within Garden State. I'm not sure if you're familiar with, but it's a huge mall in North Jersey area. And
nice.
It was amazing and it was great and it taught us a lot, but the demand for me be there was huge. And so, I was appreciative of not having the overhead, not having the demand, you know, like we were getting on our house because we didn't put our garbage back in time because you know what I mean? So like basic stuff like this, you know what I mean? So, and again, having a child, I'm very grateful for the fact that we have the flexibility to be available to her. So like, she is the star of the show on a regular basis, and I couldn't see myself being in a bakery 24/7 and not being able to be home with my family. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
I think the way we have structured it now, I'm happy with it because it works for us. You know what I mean?
Right.
Oh, wow.
We have a good system in place right now, so it can be taken on the road.
We have our wholesale accounts. We've organized them and got them on you know, schedules. Because they literally was like, I'm like Melvin, I feel like I'm an on-call brownie doctor. Like, like they calling me like all times of night, like 12 o'clock in the morning, 1 o'clock when they run out at the restaurant, you know. And I'm like,
wow.
No, this is not, because this is not what I'm capable of right now, you know.
Right.
There will be a point in the future where we are able to probably you know what, I don't even want to speak that, because I think that, you know, as having your own business, you're supposed to make it your own. So like, we damn thing, and I'm happy with it. So and everybody gonna get on board.
That's literally how it goes. And it's funny that you say that, because I think it's sometimes people go from corporate America to entrepreneurship, and then they feel as if though they still have to have that corporate America mindset. Like, no, it's different. You set the tone.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So we were talking to our friends most recently, and she is starting up a business, and I told her one of my biggest pieces of advice for her was that she needs to make sure that it is for her. So like, a lot of times, even when we open the bakery with my mom, you know, you look at a bakery hours normally, and you see 7 a.m. to 3. You know what I mean? Because that's when people want to buy bagels and bread and stuff like this. But we wasn't selling bagels and bread. So like, why am I going to these hours? You know, that's not even what I'm selling. You know, and I think a lot of times we do that. So like, it should be exactly what you want it to be. You know, and I think that we have gotten a good grasp on that.
Yeah, that's how you protect your peace.
And we are peace. So I appreciate our flexibility with our schedule, and it just works.
Yeah. And I mean, I can definitely tell that the both of you are like very calm and, you know, like in control of the situation.
He's the calmest of the group, I promise you.
But it's good.
His Aquarius energy is like so peaceful.
That's good, because you can pull from that. Like, even in the frazzled times, you know, it's like, okay, so you chill. Let me dump some of this on you then, since you over there, you know, relaxing. But yeah, that's a good combination. It's a good balance. A lot of people don't find that until, you know, they're a little bit more advanced into business, or after they've been through some really trying times. And some people never get to that point, which is the sadness of it all, because you start feeling like you're always losing it. And you're just trying to maintain. I'm making it. Like, I don't want to have that attitude about my vision, about my passion, right? You don't want it to feel like a job or taxing. You want it to feel like freedom and clarity. And like you all said, protecting your peace. So with that being, you know, said, what in the future, right? Like right now where you all are, and you saying you have your processes and you have your wholesale accounts, you know, doing well and scheduled out, the e-commerce side, you all have that all planned, well, all together. With launching this new side of things with the master classes, does that look like expanding your team on the little fat girl side with the baking or the goods? Or is that just all around plugging it in? So having the videos recorded and being able to, like, as people enroll, send that to them where it takes care of itself.
I think as we grow, I mean, we have plans on expanding eventually to like a factory and up the production. With the courses, we're doing everything kind of like with contractors. So
okay.
Our team is a group of people we know, or someone has a specialization in a certain field, and we reach out to our community to try to see if they can assist in any way possible.
Very good. Very good. Now, during the pandemic, have you all found that you've made more connections where you are or all around the world to build that new network? Because I know, like, with the pandemic, like, I've met more people online that are reliable, consistent, and like authentic than I had in real life.
Talk about it. Let's talk about it.
I mean, absolutely. So when we started selling the brownies direct to consumer, we definitely realized that, of course, you're going to have support from your family and friends, but completely different feeling to see a complete stranger you've never met, you have no real rapport with, that supports you and wholeheartedly supports you and buys into your brand. And that's a great feeling. So we've seen, that's one of our accomplishments that we're super proud of. We've touched like 70% of the United States with our, and that's something that blows our minds on a regular basis.
Wow, that's beautiful.
To mention, I feel like people are the vibe is real, you know what I mean? So we're okay with whatever is coming our way right now because it's organic and it's genuine, you know what I mean?
Yes.
I see ourselves being one of those brands that's buying followers, or, you know, like, not to say that there's anything wrong with, you know, making yourself look a way, you know what I mean? But
it is something wrong with it.
I can't see that for us, you know what I mean? I'm trying to pour into people on a regular basis, and we want that connection, you know what I mean? It's all about that connection for us. So I can't imagine a platform that will allow anything less for us, because I kind of want to give you a hug, you know what I mean? Like, that's the people we are. So
we like to lead with love and have a good time. So that's how we try to build our community and spread ourselves to people that we haven't met before. Try to exist as possible.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely felt. And I can't believe this y'all first time going live, because I'm like, y'all are down here talking to these people every day with these brownies, because it feels like y'all my cousins at this point, and all I want is a cup of milk.
What you doing for Thanksgiving?
Coming to y'all house with my kids and my husband. We're coming. That's just it. But that's the beauty of social media, right? Like, you do always have your people with you. If there's a call to action, if there's something you need, resources, information, you can reach out to those people who have been a part of your journey. And that, for me, is like the authentic, organic side of branding that a lot of companies, like legacy brands, right, before this, Little Debbie, right, like all these other companies, Hostess, that just came on the scene and didn't really have to do the work for consumers. Now we're seeing what that's like to build it and really have these people like out here going hard for everything that's put out, and wanting to see you in these bigger arenas and bigger venues, but making sure that it fits your brand, like not selling out. So I know what selling out used to mean for us back in the day, right? But now it's like sometimes selling yourself short is going into some of these places and not really being able to authentically be you. So that matters. It means everything.
It matters.
Yes, indeed. So what's next for the Little Fat Girl? Are we thinking retail? Do we ever want to have packaged goods in the retail? Are you all like good with the e-commerce side of things and, you know, food service? Because I mean, there is coins.
You know,
more coins out there than in stores.
I think that the way we are moving right now with our business, it might change in the next year. I love the customer interaction. I love, again, I don't know if I've touched too deep on it, but I used to work in a restaurant for 14 years where I was a server, and I have a degree in elementary education, so it's not something I needed to do. It was just something I love to do. So I love being around food. I love somebody saying service. I just loved I love the music in the background. I love people sitting down having a good time. I love people celebrating days at the restaurant. You know, it's just it's a vibe.
Yes.
So I can't imagine us going corporate because I don't want the I don't ever want people to feel like they can't reach us. You know what I mean? I like the idea of someone calling or texting and saying, yo, can't wait to get your brownies on Wednesday because I know you days and Wednesdays and put it on Sunday. You know what I mean? That is the love that I felt in a restaurant. I can no longer have, I can't work for somebody else and continue serving in a restaurant.
Right.
But I just want that same vibe. That same thing that fulfilled me when I was in a restaurant serving. I want that thing that I'm getting from my business. And so I love people calling me and texting me and saying, yo, I need that. I need this, blah, blah, blah. It just makes me feel good. And
And we're still very new. So this iteration of the business has been going on for officially, we're coming up on 1.5 years.
Legally.
Because it matters, Uncle Sam and them.
No, it's nice to say you legal because you anytime, you know.
So although we have like decades in the business and serving up these amazing brownies and cakes, officially with the business as it is now, we're like 1.5 years in. So we're open to a lot of ideas. We're throwing things around and trying to figure out what the next steps are. If it's going to be e-commerce as well as a big box store and a frozen section, or if we're do a powdered mix where you could make these amazing brownies yourself.
Yes, you know I'm there for the dry goods, honey.
We're always debating the next steps and next ideas. And I would like to say, your pancakes, your syrup is amazing.
It's the syrup for me. It's the apple syrup for me. I can't. Like, listen, you don't even know.
We had the apple syrup, and we were like, this is amazing.
Listen, let me tell you what happened. So there's a little backstory behind it so we have a little pantry. A real little pantry, okay? So, because we live in New York and everything is real small and compacted, but we have a tiny pantry.
Okay.
And in the pantry, we got the shipment for the pancakes, and I was trying to reach for some fondant, and the pancake syrup fell on the floor, and the bottle cracked, and I was like, oh my God, no. So like, I literally lifted it up. It was still maybe half full. And I'm like, babe, you got to find a container. We got to put this in it because we got to save the rest of this pancake mix. I mean, the syrup. And so he found something. So it was not one drop left. But I was so mad for the clumsiness that had taken place.
Oh, my goodness.
Yo, that could have been like another 20 pancakes. Like, you know.
Come on.
That girl,
Coco,
the little fat girl was so
an unmarked bottle. Just get a bottle that ain't got no label on it, but it's just gonna be apple pie syrup. I'm gonna put a post-it on the front of the bottle.
We did. We labeled it in everything. We labeled it in everything. Listen, we didn't play no games with pancakes, okay?
Oh man, thank you so much. I love to hear that, especially from you all having a product, right? Like understanding texture, understanding flavor profiles, layers.
It hit, sis. It hit.
Yes, thank you. That's the anointing, because I love that apple pie. So I usually try to keep one flavor, like one bottle at home, but like I think we did like 250 bottles of it. We were keeping the flavor bottles like low count. Like once them bottles was gone, I was like, okay, so what a one that we use for pictures. And Courtney was like, oh, I took it back to Vicky Cakes. I was like, I know you didn't. Take the syrup back up there. Let me shit, Jesus. So yeah, I ain't even getting none. So I'm glad y'all enjoyed.
No, it was straight crack. So like restock, restock and get it popping because it was so good.
Yes.
Awesome, man. I love to hear that. So yeah, any questions or need, you know, from the dry good when you all when you look into the powdered mix version of brownies, let me know.
We would love to hit you up.
For sure. Now with that, so let me ask this question. I mean, we're gonna get ready to wrap this up. That's our first Baptist close. So we get three closes.
Yes.
We'll let y'all go. So when it comes to your recipe and your creation, what are the different variations of brownies? So do you all just have your classic brownie? Or are there different flavors, you know, or choices for the people?
So right now we do our classic little fat brownie.
Okay.
So the brownie's like crack.
It needs nothing.
It needs nothing.
I mess with almond milk ice cream with it. That's my jam. Like that's my if you gonna pair it with something. And let me tell you, Target has an amazing.
Heat it up for like 15 to 30
Target
seconds.
has an amazing almond milk ice cream. It hits Favorite Day is the name. Is the brand. But it's so good. I like cold and warm together. But it hits by itself.
Okay.
The brownie is a standalone star. She doesn't eat them as much. I'm like the quality control over here. So I got to do the research on them to make sure they hitting right.
Every batch.
I get my little corner piece. But I swear everybody who tries the brownie, they say, I don't like brownies, but I love these brownies. I'm not a fan of chocolate, but I love these brownies.
That's me. I don't eat chocolate, but I can't wait to eat this brownie.
I love it. I can't wait for you to try it.
Our slogan is, it's the brownie for people who don't like brownies. So if you don't like brownies, you're going to love them. It's perfect.
And I haven't disclosed to many people, but it is a kind of a company secret that I'm allergic to caffeine. So like I literally bake these brownies and I get headaches because I'm just ingesting the smell of like brownies all day long. I taste them. Like, you know, there might be a time where I'm like, okay, I'm craving, you know, something chocolatey, but I am ailing myself for the cause.
Other people.
So y'all know, you know.
Look at this sacrificial right here.
Team over here.
So do people get to choose if they get the corner or the middle?
So with the packaging, our packaging it's a sizable box. So you're getting 8 pieces of brownies in there. They're about 2 by 3 inches. And you get a whole edge of corner situation. You get your middle section if you just want the middle. But I guarantee you're going to have to stop yourself from eating the whole box by yourself. So as you were asking if we are going to introduce other flavors, we have considered maybe some holiday specials. We gotta perfect the recipe though.
I don't know how much I can say.
Do we need to end the live for
no, we don't need to end the live. But I will say we are trying to make this work as soon as possible for the variety. I don't want to disclose too much because then y'all gonna be like, well, y'all said, you know, and I don't want to do that. Yeah. So, but we are trying to make this happen. There are varieties up our sleeve, yes. And as well as non-brownie related, you know, varieties. Okay. And so we are trying to make this work as quickly as possible so that
because there used to be some flavors that were on the bakery menu and that knew about, so they're always requesting these particular flavors. So I'm gonna give the people what they want. So we're trying to figure that out now. Maybe we do.
Yes.
I'm thinking of holidays maybe this year. So stay tuned. Stay tuned.
Yes.
Red velvet, turtle, white chocolate, pecan.
Yeah, you're not gonna get it from us though. I'm not gonna tell you. Like you seem like I'm trying to get it. You're not gonna tell. Got my poker face on. My poker face is on.
Woo! Yeah, Lord. Okay, so let me ask you: do you have a recipe for blondies, or like is that not a brownie?
No, it's not a brownie.
Okay.
It's just pure chocolate. I will disclose that we blend milk chocolate with dark chocolate. Okay. So the taste that you're getting. However, we do not have any blondies on our menu at the moment.
Okay.
Maybe
that's cool.
Yes.
Well, we don't need that. Specialize in what the Lord gave you. That's what we want. It seems like the people want the brownies. Now, I need to know, since he said that it's crack, so what you're saying is I need to eat these in a disclosed location in my truck before I let the garage up.
Yes.
You and your husband may have arguments over them.
Listen, we had a couple that literally we traveled to North Carolina to see my cousin. And they'd be pressing me all the time. So they'd be like, as soon as you touch down, they'd be like, oh, you don't have no brownies? Or you going to make them then? Huh? Okay. All right. So
gotcha. Fresh.
They listen. And they play around. They know the ingredients I need and everything. So they have ready in the house. They ready. So I made the brownies and they invited some friends over.
Okay.
So they was trying to be cute and they was just like, oh, no, we want a little square and we'll take it home, blah, blah, blah. So they take their square home. The next morning, they call up. She's texting me, and she's like, "Girl, we've been fighting all morning because." Girl, we've been fighting all morning because he talking about he want a piece now, and he said he didn't want a piece yesterday, and so I'm like, and they was arguing and going back and forth, and I'm just like, babe, we
tearing up families. Y'all out here tearing up families. And y'all over there calm, cool, and collected, messing up homes. And that's just not.
I'm just like, where's the candy and French fries?
Oh my goodness, I love it. That is the sign of a good product and something that needs to be on auto ship and membership. Okay, like
membership is definitely coming very soon. I promise.
Hey, come on, y'all! See?
Y'all gave it to. Yes, you did that. Thank you,
girl. It probably would be like nothing to know. Okay, check my calendar. Like, what you looking up on your calendar? When my brownie shipping? Checking my brownie shipment. That's all I care about. Yes, indeed. That is amazing. Well, we have definitely enjoyed the conversation. My face hurt from smiling so much, y'all. I'm hungry, and all I got to say is check the tracking on my package because
it says it was delivered to a neighbor.
No, did it?
Yeah.
You checked it? Because I checked it this morning, and they said it was attempted, but it wasn't successful. And so I guess he checked afterwards and he said it says it was delivered to a neighbor. So I'm not sure where your neighbor done ate your brownies, girl.
I'm just putting it all together.
Put your boxing gloves on so they know how serious you are.
All I'm gonna say is it's gonna be a repeat of the Oscars. That's all I'm gonna say.
You might have to Will Smith somebody.
These hands are rated E for everyone. I know the nice lady next door, she runs a logistics company and she's, they be receiving our Uline packages and, Amazon stuff. And I'm going to ask her one time, where's my package?
Yes, please.
Give her a fair warning though.
A fair warning. Okay. No, okay, so I'm so excited, looking forward to it. When I get those brownies, I promise you guys, I will be doing a story after I eat them. I don't eat on camera. This is not a mukbang. I do not have a YouTube. But I will be enjoying them for sure. Yes, indeed.
I can't wait.
Thank you guys so much for sharing.
One more thing. If you are in the sound of our voice right now, we would like to say that we appreciate your time. Appreciate you. You could be anywhere in the world, but you're here having this conversation with us, as well as you, Christian. Thank you for having us. We also offer 20% off. You can go online right now to thelittlefatgirl.com.
Okay.
use the promo code GET20 and you'll get 20% off your entire purchase right now if you're hearing the sound of our voice and seeing our faces.
Not to mention, I don't know if y'all, we not displaying it properly, but we got merch and stuff going on.
Come on, merch.
We got merch. So merch is available. Is that 20% off too?
Everything is 20%.
Everything
off.
is 20% off. So you can get the brownies, you can get merch, you can get a T-shirt, you can get. We have little tote bags. Melvin is also wearing a shirt that we offer: Eat, Pray, Love food. And yes.
Okay. So I'm trying to pin the comment, y'all. I'm trying to pin it for the people.
Did that
on?
Yeah.
I love it. I know that I got some brownies that's been delivered, okay? But I'm going ahead and order some more so my marriage can be intact. We've been married 13 years, and I really want the Lord to give me another year, okay? I don't want it to end over no brownies.
No. Actually, the brownies are quite romantical, so y'all might have a moment over the brownies, okay?
Right. So we believe that food memories bring people together.
Amen.
So
that's right.
One of my favorite food memories growing up was my aunt Pamela. If it was your birthday, you knew you had cake and ice cream coming. Ice cream and cake for your birthday, and that's one of those memories that stuck with me for my entire life. So we hope that our brownies could be that same way for you and your family. You know, you can send it as a thank you or get well to someone, get it nicely gift wrapped and all of that, and feel that love that's actually inside that box.
Amen.
Yeah, beautiful, man. I love it. I love it so much, and I definitely understand, can relate, and I hope that it does become a staple in people's homes and their families and their lives, and a memory forever. So thank you all for creating it.
Thank you.
Yes,
thank
cheers.
you. We appreciate you.
Have a great week.
Yes. You too, you guys. Visit thelittlefatgirl.com.
Yes.
Okay. Thelittlefatgirl.com. Use the code GET20 for 20% off of their entire site. Brownies, merch, all of that. Do all of that. Send some to your family, your loved ones, your friends, your boss. Make them act right. Give you a raise. Whatever needs to happen. We want to support because this is amazing and it's great to see it happen. Before we go, we have our rapid round of questions that I ask every guest before we end. The first question is, are you all advocates for education or experience?
Ooh.
That's a very tough question because my mother was a special education teacher for over 30 years, retired as a teacher. So in my family, education is a huge thing.
Okay.
You got to learn, you got to go to college and learn as much as possible. Me personally, I learned from experience though. So I like to get into something and do it and learn as I go. But I'm also into picking up a book to learn what I don't know.
YouTube University. What you mean? So I am like Melvin. I come from a very educational background. So my grandmother was an educator, and I actually have a degree in elementary education in Spanish. And I chose not to go to school to teach these kids though, because I just found a lot more peace with my within my person as far as just experiencing life as it comes.
Yeah.
Cake decorating was never something that I went to school for, so I was self-taught in that area. So I feel like I benefited from both, as far as formal education as well as I kind of pause on the formal education because I feel like the college for me was more of a finding out who I am, as opposed to an educational system. Whereas, they taught me Pythagorean theorem that I'm never going to use. You know what I mean?
My God.
So, stuff like that. And I feel like I benefited from that education.
Yeah.
But I did benefit from the experience of it all. And I would probably lean more towards experience as well.
Okay. Got it, man. Awesome. Thank you all for sharing that answer. So the next question will be, are you all, as the company grows and increases in scales and you all, are just out here doing all of the great things, would you guys prefer or want to have a board of directors or a board of advisors for the little fat girl?
Board of advisors.
Advisors for sure.
Tinder Swindler and all these shows they got on Netflix. What was the one with
the Dropout?
The Dropout.
On Hulu.
Been watching these
we've been watching a lot of them.
So have I.
Take over your whole company all of a sudden.
Yeah, you have a board, and they literally have 90% of the. Yes, exactly. Scoot your ass on
out. Yeah.
and that's what we about. So
no.
We are all about seeking wise counsel from whoever has some knowledge that we can use, but a board is, I don't think so right now.
We bossy as hell over here, so we want full reign of
I agree.
We want the whole kit and caboodle.
Yes. Because I mean, I don't want to look up and be like, when they change their name to the little chubby kid. Be like, what a little fat girl.
My color, because now I've been looking at green for a minute, and no, we
yellow. It's the little chubby kid. We're not doing the little fat girl anymore. Like what?
Good on that. We good on that.
I watched an interview of a woman who had a brand, and it was a fashion brand, and she brought on investors to scale up. And over time, they just pushed her out of the door.
Absolutely. Skittles?
Yes. Yeah. Is that the cupcake? The cupcake?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep. Cupcake Mafia.
Yep. I watched that interview the other day.
They definitely did that to her, and
won't be up.
Yeah, it's crazy, but you go into it thinking that it's in your best interest. Because the money involved or the power, the connections that they have, but they come into it seeing what you've built and how they can make more money off of it. They don't care, And
I think for a lot of people, ignorance is bliss. So like, you happy with the whole like chilling on the side and maybe collecting a little bit of a check, and but you're not paying attention to everything else that's going on behind the scenes, right. And that's definitely not us. Melvin over here, like. Let me read
Yeah.
I appreciate that about him, because I'm totally the artist who is very impulsively driven a lot of times, and so
he grounds you.
Sure, yes.
Yes. Continue to wear your glasses, Melvin, and read the fine print. Do that. Help her out.
He was cleaning his glasses before our interview, and I'm like, clean mine too.
I'm not gonna play with you. I'm not. Oh man, I love it. So the last question is one of, speaking of advisors and investors and all of that, the last question that I always ask the guests is, which would you choose? All right, a $250,000 investment from a dream investor for equity stake in your company, or an acquisition of your company, all intellectual property, trademark, and the way Melvin looked over there like, that.
Listen, you already said that they were going to be taking a piece of the pie. I'm like, they ain't taking nothing of this pie, sis, okay? The cake done been cut and sliced, okay?
Oh my goodness, child, I feel like I don't even need to ask the rest of this question. Listen, this is...
It's number two. Number one. I'm sorry, number one.
It's number one. Okay, so we ain't doing no acquisitions and no area. No matter what the asking price is, right? No matter if we rolling in at 10 million, 12.5. I'm
not gonna say there will be no acquisition ever, because things change in life. But we would definitely want it to be beneficial for us.
Absolutely.
Gotcha.
And ownership is definitely a big thing. So we would like that.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I'm here for it.
We want to build a brand that's based on a real community of people and know that these food memories are real things and it's real love that we put into this.
Yes, for
and
sure. Love it. Well, keep on doing that and feeling the way that you all do about your product, about your vision. Like, this is literally who you all are, poured into something that makes everybody happy when they eat it. Like, you saying that it's like crack. Like, and I never did crack.
So I don't even know what we comparing it to.
I don't know what we're talking about, but I just want to say that I want to experience it. And the brownies, not the crack. I want to experience it. Because it's a love. Like, I can feel it. And I want, like, those experiences. And those are things that people can, of course, always relate that to when this occasion or this event happened or whatever. Introduced to it from this live. Like, I tried them, and girl, I've been hooked ever since. So it's always like those intricate, like, little pins that you can drop in your life to say, I remember when I had this for the first time, and I've been eating ever since. I've been with this company watching it grow and scale, and now they're on here, or now all of their brownies are on the, in Chili's, right? Like, they make the Chili's use their brownies or whatever, or any other restaurant. So that's the part of this that's amazing, because we're getting to have these conversations with the creators now, while you all are like building the foundation and fortifying where you all are for the next level. And I know that you all are going to be around for a long time. So keep up the good work.
Thank you so much. We received that.
You're welcome. Chef Rihanna taught me. Chef Rihanna taught me. She said, love both of your pages and products.
Hey,
thank you.
Thank you so much, Chef.
Love it. Well, you all have a great night. Everybody here, please go to thelittlefatgirl.com, shop, grab you some brownies, a t-shirt, some merch. Tell your family and friends about it. Share this in your stories, and just let your family and friends know that these two amazing owners here are like really changing the narrative as it relates to feel good food. All right.
I received that. I like that.
Yes. There you go.
Thank you so much
Happy
for
Monday,
having
everybody.
us.
Oh, you're welcome.
Cheers.
Yes. All right. So we will talk soon. I'll let you know as soon as I get my brownies.
Yes,
Yes,
please.
please.
Can't wait. Cheers.
Yes.
All right. You guys have a great night, and we'll catch you guys in the next chat with CEOs.
Right,
Cheers.